like you just in the basement. It's just your voice is low. You're fine. You're just naturally in the basement.
Mic check. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Coppin State University. As a courtesy to those around you and to our graduating students, let me remind you to please turn off your cell phones and other devices. During the presentation of our graduates, we encourage you to express your pride by applauding and cheering, but please do not use horns or artificial noise devices. Please enjoy the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce to you the President of Coppin State University, Dr. Mortimer H. Newville.
Thank you very much, and good morning to our graduates, their families, friends, and special guests. Welcome to our Spring 2015 commencement. Will you please rise and join the voices of Coppin State University to sing the national anthem and the anthem of resolve, Lift Every Voice and Sing, led by Miss Rondalla Nicholson Maddox, class of 2015. The lyrics are on page 23.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? Sing along with us, please. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing
The invocation will be given by Reverend Edward Lee.
Amen. Let us look to the Lord this morning. Father, for your grace and your mercy, we say thank you. This, Lord, is a day of thanksgiving. For every testimony of struggle, we say thank you. For every late night spent, for every sacrifice of a mother and a father, for every folk who had to struggle just to get here, we say thank you, Lord. And we now invoke you in this house, that you would move in a mighty way, that each graduate would see, God, that this is not an end, but it's a beginning. And the same God, with the same strength who has carried them up to this day, is the same God who will carry them from this day forward. Have your way even now in all of your strength and your majesty. Amen.
You may be seated. Thank you, Reverend Lee. Today, we are here to celebrate the academic achievements of the many. At this time, I would like to acknowledge our special guests who will bring greetings in the order listed. Joining us on stage today are important supporters of Coppin State University, and they're taking time out of their busy schedules to share this day with the graduates. So bringing greetings today are Regent Linda Gooden, member of the Maryland University System of Maryland Board of Regents, Mr. Reginald Exum of the Coppin State University Foundation Board, Ms. Nana Phillipson, Coppin State University Faculty Senate President, and Mr. Roderick Johnson, Coppin State University Student Government Association. Regent Gooden.
Good morning. I am delighted to join you and extend best wishes from the University System of Maryland on this tremendous day. It is an honor to share this occasion with Coppin State President Mort Norville. President Norville continues to advance a broad and multifaceted vision for Coppin as a vital provider of higher education and community service. A university whose graduates are being prepared for more than outstanding careers, but also being prepared for outstanding lives. His leadership, vision, and dedication are very much appreciated. I am also pleased to share this day with our commencement speaker, Johnny C. Taylor, President and CEO of the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, and a member of Ebony Magazine's 2011 Power 100. I look forward to his address. But most importantly, I am honored to be here to recognize the graduates for the class of 2015. What you have accomplished has taken hard work, persistence, and dedication. Today we celebrate the completion of a journey. Congratulations. I know your family and friends have a great deal of pride in what you've accomplished. They have shared in your sacrifice and certainly should share in your success today. No matter what direction your life now takes, no matter what challenges you will continue to confront, know your education here has well prepared you. On behalf of the University System Maryland Board of Regents, congratulations to each of you, and thank you again for allowing me to share this momentous moment.
Good morning, Coppin State University class of 2015. Let me hear you in the audience. Yes. Over 527 strong. Congratulations. Dr. Newville, Regent Gooden, the faculty and staff of Coppin State University, special guests, and all the parents, friends, and supporters of this illustrious class of 2015. I bring you greetings on behalf of the Coppin State Development Foundation and its board of directors. My name is Reginald Exum, and I'm a proud graduate of Coppin State University, class of 1998. And I want to share what we do with the Development Foundation. In 1971, the foundation was founded as a charitable entity of Coppin State. And through the years and through various initiatives, the foundation has worked with the university to raise and distribute funds that benefit students and programs here at Coppin State. And I want to take this opportunity right now just to recognize some of the people who have worked hard on behalf of Coppin State University, the members of the board of directors, the Office of Institutional Advancement here at Coppin State. Please stand and be recognized. Past members also, thank you. These are the people who are working hard for you. Now, while the foundation recognizes that there are many needs here at Coppin, we believe that some issues require immediate attention. And one of the signature programs that we offer directly relates to many of the students sitting here today in the audience. And Coppin is a very special place. Its students represent a broad range of social and economic diversity. Some are employed, some are not yet employed. Some are young, some are not so young. Some are parents, and some are yet to be parents. But no matter how the students fit into their category, they all share that common desire to achieve this educational milestone. And we also realize that many times this milestone is filled with barriers that may threaten the student's ability to achieve. And we often hear stories of how students may face many, many challenges, not of their own. But we don't want this to prohibit being here today. So in 2011, the foundation, in conjunction with the Office of Institutional Advancement, established a Senior Opportunity Scholarship Fund. And this is a fund that was established to specifically address the issues of those students who have done all that they have been asked throughout the years, but for some reason may not have been able to meet the financial obligation during their final year. And we're proud to announce that since the implementation of this program, this fund has distributed over $129,000 for over 106 students. So please, let's give all of those who did a hard work, let's give them a hand for that great achievement. Now, while today is a day to recognize this class of 2015, and it marks the beginning for many of you and a continuation for others, I would not be doing my job if I did not appeal to you. And we want you to remember that as you go forward and as you prepare for your next achievement to conquer, that you don't forget those who are coming behind you, those who may also need that extra hand to pull them along the path that you are journeying on today. Remember those who can benefit from your talent as well as your treasure. So for our soon-to-be alumni, when you get the invitation to return to Coppin State to share your real-world experiences, or you get that piece of mail that has that special envelope in it, we want you to remember Coppin State. And with that, I leave you the words of the great poet Maya Angelou, who once wrote, "I found that among its other benefits, giving liberates the soul of the giver." Congratulations to the class of 2015. We wish you well in the future. Thank you.
My husband said I should read this from an iPhone so you would know how cool the faculty are here. Congratulations and hallelujah, students, from your faculty at Coppin State University. I want to thank Professor Vanessa Coles, Chair of the Faculty Senate Policy Committee, for carrying the mace. I'm not a real good carrier right now. It's the symbol of Coppin's power to confer degrees, in case you're wondering what that weapon-looking thing was. On the way in, I heard in the news that the governor is at Pimlico right now. I guess he missed the North Avenue exit. But those mortar boards out there look better to us than any caps ever worn at any racetrack. Now, I know that some students wonder what faculty do besides teach. We always seem to be in meetings, right? Well, when Coppin faculty see something that can be better for our students, we work to make it happen. And one thing you might have heard about is that we're working to increase our graduation rate. So it's a thrill to look out and see a group like this and say, hey, you know, that looks like a 100% graduation rate sitting out there today. So someone always seems to ask a person who turns 100, you know, when they turn 100 years old, what is the secret to your success? We should be asking today's graduates, what's the secret to your success? Each of you is a Coppin State University success story. You worked, you persisted, you pushed through. Some of us thought you were crazy. Working full-time, raising children. I don't know when you slept, but you made it, and you are now Coppin alumni. Yeah. Now, you might be thinking, yeah, I made it. I am out of here. No more exams. You're right. But listen, later you're going to miss us. You're going to miss Coppin. You're going to miss your colleagues. You're going to miss your faculty members who worked so hard with you, right? And you're going to start to wonder maybe, what did those faculty members do in all those meetings? Well, you can come back and participate in some of those meetings as alumni. And we want you to do that. We want you to be part of building Coppin's future, Coppin's tomorrow, and Baltimore's tomorrow. So now that you're graduating, come back and join your faculty. Help us, help those who would follow in your footsteps succeed like you're succeeding. Join us in building a more enlightened and a more just world. You're all part of Coppin. United we stand. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm a little taller. Greetings, family. Y'all a little loud in here. All right. Love you too, all of y'all. Okay, let me get through this. All right. Okay. Try not to cry here. This is hard. Okay, greetings, fellow graduates. I'm here to let you know that this is not the end. This is only the beginning of what it takes to be successful. Upon entry at Coppin State University, I learned a poem called Mother the Sun by Langston Hughes. It went something like this. Well, son, I tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It had tacks in it, and splinters, and boards torn up, and places where there ain't been no carpet. Bare. I knew when I heard this, college wasn't going to be easy. I also learned that a black educated man is a force to be reckoned with, and I knew I had to be that force. In order to be that wrecking force, I had to develop passion. That same passion that makes people rise up from a civilization that says they don't love you or that you might as well fail. That passion that allows you to be an active alum. That passion that allows you to defend your institution because you know the race is not for the swift. It is for those who can endure. You have endured. That's why you're sitting in front of me today. Now you know 1 + 1 = 2. But when are you going to multiply those dollars to make sure that you are managers and not just employees? It's your time. You have what it takes. Eagles, let's soar to new heights and make our dreams come true. I'm proud that on this day, I'm a part of the class of 2015. And as we leave this place, we are soaring high as active alumni at Coppin State University. It's my pleasure to serve you as your SGA president for the last 2 years. I'm proud of what Coppin State University have accomplished, and let's make it. Oh, and one last thing, I'd truly be remiss if I didn't say this. Mom, I made it.
Thank you to all our greeters. We appreciate your being here with us this morning. And now I would like to take this opportunity to recognize our faculty, our staff, administrators, and other platform guests. Will the cabinet officers please rise to be recognized? Thank you very much. Will the faculty and staff please rise to be recognized? We thank you for the leadership roles that you have played in leading these students to their commencement today. Also in the audience is my wife, Mrs. Maisie Newville. Could you please rise and be recognized? We also have with us a very special person, the Honorable Senator Nathaniel McFadden. Senator McFadden almost single-handedly funneled us through this last legislative session. He was a fantastic force for us in Annapolis, and he continues to be a really dynamic supporter of Coppin State University. Let's give him another round of applause for his leadership. Graduates, today you will earn the right to be members of a very special group of individuals, the Coppin State University alumni. Will all alumni please rise? Thank you very much. And today we have a very, very special class of alumni, the class of 1965. For the class of 1965, please rise. I would also like to acknowledge and thank you for your very generous donation, the class of 1965. Your donation to the university, Coppin State University Scholarship Fund. Your generosity is very much appreciated. Thank you very much. At this time, I'm pleased and honored to introduce our 2015 commencement speaker. His expanded biography is provided in the printed program on page 7. However, I'd like to share a few highlights of his background. Mr. Johnny C. Taylor is the president and CEO of the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. This national organization represents nearly 300,000 students attending this country's 47 publicly supported historically black colleges and universities. He holds an undergraduate degree from the University of Miami, a Master of Arts with honors from Drake University, and a Doctorate of Jurisprudence with honors from Drake Law School. Presently, he serves on the board of directors of Gallup. He's a leader in corporate consulting and the board of trustees for the Copper Union, one of the nation's oldest institutions of higher education. Please join me in giving a clapping welcome to our honored guest and speaker, Mr. Johnny C. Taylor.
Good morning. Hope y'all can hear me out there. I have a big mouth, so I'm going to do my best. I see folks waving in the back. I'm so honored to be here. I want to start off by thanking my fellow platform guests and most importantly, the president, this wonderful institution who invited me to spend some time with you this morning. This is a really, really special day for me. I've been traveling all week. We started in California. I have my colleague with me, and we came across to Connecticut yesterday, and then we're here this morning with you. When I accepted the invitation, I had no idea how fortuitous this opportunity would be because of what we've seen on the nation's airways and the media everywhere about Baltimore. Who would have thunk that I would have the opportunity to come and speak to the class of 2015? Because I noticed the media is not here today. Huh? You see, if you believe what they say, these people don't exist. These wonderful students, I was about to curse you, I'm trying so hard not to. I was going to say, I'm so damn proud of you all. I am very, very excited to be here today. But before I get into my comments, and I won't be here long because I know I'm standing in between y'all fried chicken and everything else you're going to celebrate, but I want to recognize one group of people here, and they've been recognized before, but I'd ask us seriously to stand up and recognize this faculty. This doesn't happen without the dedicated people who are sitting in the front of us, the unsung heroes. So please join me in recognizing the faculty of this wonderful institution. I like that. That's what's up. Because the reality is these folks are sitting on masters and doctorates, and they could work a whole bunch of other places. And you better know, particularly for the faculty of color, they're being recruited by a whole bunch of other institutions, and instead they commit their lives to making a difference in our community through the class of 2015. So I am very honored to spend time with you all today. Secondly, and this is a really important crowd, the people who supported the class of 2015, the parents, grandparents, mamas, daddies, sisters. Class of 2015, recognize your people. There goes that horn. That's worth the shout out because it's a recognition that none of you did this on your own, no matter what. And so I am so thankful to each of the people in this room who not only supported these folks for 4, 5, or 6 years, but who are here today in honor to recognize the work that you've done. But the real guest of honor today, as I get into my comment, the guests, I should say, of honor, the class of 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, let's recognize the class of 2015. Class of 2015, I want this to be your day. If there's never been another, get this, this will only happen one time in your life, graduate your undergraduate or your master's degree. This is a big day. I want you to take a victory lap because you've worked so hard. Your colleague, student government president, the faculty members talked about, those exams that you had to stay up, those extra hours that you had to work to make it happen. Some of us barely got through here, but we made it, and that's the most important thing, right? So congratulations to you. And then one thing I'm going to say before I get into my comments, family members, this really is their day. Now, I can vividly remember, I am 40 or so years old, that's what we're going to call it, and I so vividly that at about 11:30, the evening that I graduated from college, my mother came into the room and she said, "Baby, I am so proud of you." And I will remember that for the rest of my life. And that's why it's critical that we give them this entire day. So when you take them out to dinner, wherever they want to go, take them. Feed them. No mess. This is their day. So it's not about the auntie wants this and uncle wants that. And this is their day. We are to celebrate these graduates. And because this is their day and it's a whole, only 20% of African Americans have college degrees. Hello. So we are amongst some really, really high cotton, as the Southerners would say. And so I'm so proud of you all. Getting into my comments, and I'll be brief. When I began to write my comments in anticipation of coming here, Baltimore, as we know it, as the media has told the story, was not the center of the world. And so I had a different speech, and I've spent the last couple of days being very thoughtful and deliberate about what I would want to say to this audience today. Specifically, my comments are targeted at the class of 2015. After all, that's why we are all here. My message is a simple one. I'm going to leave you with two messages and one sort of thought, something for you to take away. The first is that you have a responsibility and an obligation to change the world's impression of Baltimore and, more importantly, the African American community. They say to those whom much is given, much is expected. And so the fact that you're sitting here today with these degrees means you have an obligation, a responsibility to help change the world. How do we do that? The first message I'd like to leave with you is to represent. To represent. The reality is I represent 47 historically black colleges and universities around the country, and I don't have to tell you, read the media. If you believe what they say, all of us should be closed. They don't know what we're doing. The students here don't have other options. I have a little bit of an attitude about that, right? But the way that you fix this, what did they say? The best form of what? Vengeance is success. That's what you need to do, is prove them wrong. If those of you who are graduating from the College of Business today, your job is when you walk into industry with your new job, you are to represent. Because at all times, you represent Coppin State University. For those of you who have nursing degrees and you're in our hospitals, amen, you must represent. If you go into those operations, those facilities, and you are not successful, you don't represent the faculty that have given you all that they have to make you good nurses. Not just good nurses, but damn good nurses. You have to represent. You have an obligation to do that. That's how schools are ultimately ranked. That's how they earn their reputation. It's based upon what their alums are doing. And our teachers, those of you who come out of the School of Education, I say this all the time, you are the most uncelebrated profession in America. And it's unfortunate because the reality is law schools don't make lawyers, medical schools don't make doctors, K through 12 teachers do. And so we have to recognize our educators. But guess what? It's not enough to have this robe on and this mortarboard. You've got to represent Coppin State University when you go into these classrooms. These teachers should know. The teacher may not be from Harvard, she's from Coppin State. Student may not be from Columbia's Teacher College, they're from Coppin State. We've got to represent. That is your obligation. Remember, you have been given this degree. Many of you think about how much you've worked and how hard you've worked, but at the end of the day, you've been given the opportunity to earn this degree. And for that, we should always think about what we can do for Coppin State. That is the most important thing we can do for HBCUs and for our community. Secondly, you've got to give back. Now, this is the part that people get a little uncomfortable. Okay, I got the regent here. Let me tell you something. especially for those of you who receive scholarships, you owe this institution. Let's keep it real, okay? I'm seeing nods back there. You owe them. And let me lay something on you. For those of you who said, oh, well, I paid my full tuition. $5,000 or more a year is not your full tuition. It costs a whole bunch more to educate a student in this state. My daughter, I have a 4-year-old. I pay more in tuition for her pre-K than we pay for tuition here. So a whole bunch of people have given and sacrificed. Taxpayers on the state and federal level have sacrificed for you. All of us have invested in your education. And therefore, you have an obligation and a responsibility to give back. Not just with your money, although that's really important. From the beginning, no matter how much money you make when you leave this institution, no matter how many student loans you have, no matter how many bad experiences, because that's what I hear all the time. Well, you know, when I was there, Miss So-and-so did this to me. For real? You graduated in class in 1965, and you still talking about that? Get over it! For real? We are committed to this institution. And by the way, if you feel so strongly about it, then dedicate some money and improve the problem that you think exists at this institution. That's how you fix it. Be a part of the solution, because anybody can identify the problem. We must give back not only our money, but you got to give back your time. You've got to make sure that we show up. I was so pleased to see the alums stand up today. There should be more of you here in this room. You've got to come back to the campus and reach back and pull forward students who are struggling to get through the institution. I get calls all the time for students who are $100 short. I got a really unfortunate story about a young man around December who went home, junior in college, had made it through his junior year, went home for the winter break, and didn't have the ability to come back because of an airfare, an airline ticket. This happens. And so each of you, class of 2015, can make a huge difference by reaching back. One person at a time is how we change the world. And you all have that obligation. It is a responsibility and an obligation. Now, last thing I want to drop on you before I go sit down, because I know, again, I want you to get out of here and receive your degrees, but this is something that's what I call a pearl. And this message is direct. The rest of you can take something from it, but it's directly for the class of 2015. So I receive a call. We run the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. We have scholars. And I know that Ms. Brown on the stage is one of our Thurgood Marshall Fellows, senior class president, and we have them in the audience today. I received a call from a young man, and for now I'll call him John. John graduated from one of our universities and was a Thurgood Marshall scholar and got a great job, a plum job in corporate America for one of the top 5 companies on the globe. John calls me about 9 months into the job, and he says, Mr. Taylor, I'm ready to quit. He said, I'm just, you know, the people are so racist here. And they don't respect me, and they don't respect my college degree from the institution because it's an HBCU. And he went on and on and on. And I don't know if he was calling me for someone's shoulder to cry on, but I'm not that dude, right? So I was listening. I let him go on for about 5 more minutes, and I said, quote, butch up. I said, get over yourself. I said, how dare you? You mean to tell me that after 4 or 5 years in school, $50,000, $60,000 in debt, all the blood, sweat, and tears, that you're going to let some white man tell you you're a failure? Really? Really? That's the discussion we're going to have? I said, that is silly, because that means the enemy won. And by the way, I'm not suggesting that white people are the enemy. I'm saying to you, whomever it is, if you're a woman and a man doesn't like you, if you're Latino and a black doesn't like you, whomever it is, if you're straight and a gay person doesn't like you, it does not matter. How dare you let someone take away from you that you have earned? It's not even that serious. My God, if I could just go around and say a bad thing to everyone I disliked and ruin their lives, hell, I'd do it. It'd be a different world, right? So the notion here is that you can't get caught up in that. It doesn't matter. Remember, the best form of success is, best form of success or to overcome revenge is to be successful. So what did I tell him? And I want to leave you with this as I sit down. It's really important. It's the way that I have dealt with it, because I realized after I gave him a hard time what the young man was dealing with. And I said, let me tell you, I spent 20 years in corporate America. And not only corporate America, but I traveled around the globe. I was general counsel for a UK-based company, and I've been there and done it. I said, let me tell you how I deal with it. And I want you all, especially you new college graduates who can appreciate basic science, and I might screw this up, but that's okay. I said, let me tell you how I deal with all of the isms: racism, sexism, ageism, national ethnicity discrimination, whatever it is. Let me tell you how I deal with it. I said, I think of it like I do gravity. Hear me. I said, I think of it like I do gravity. I said, you know the element that we all know from first and second grade, gravity? It's a force whose responsibility, whose job is to hold us down. I said, but in spite of that, every day I get up. Every day planes take off. Every day trees grow vertically, not horizontally. So what do? They don't ignore that gravity exists. They overcome it. It doesn't matter. Don't spend your time thinking about something that is. Now, I'm not suggesting that we shouldn't fight the isms, that there should not be civil rights initiatives to make sure that people are treated fairly. That's not my message. My message is on an individual level. When you wake up in the morning, your job is to get up in spite of gravity. It's omniscient. It's omnipresent. It's everywhere. But in spite of that, none of you, I can't get up in the morning, gravity's holding me down. For real? That's not the way we think, and that's what you have to do. If you're a woman and you go into a male-dominated place, it doesn't matter. In spite of it, you have to be successful. Think of it like gravity. If you're an African-American and you walk into an environment where you're the minority, think of it like gravity. It's a very simple way to make it through the day. And by the way, when you become incredibly successful, you can help change the environments that you work in. You can make a difference for future generations. Class of 2015, my message is real simple. You have a responsibility and an obligation to take this college degree and make a difference for the world and to represent Coppin State University. Thank you so much for allowing me to spend this day with you today.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor, for your very encouraging and inspiring message. And on behalf of Coppin State University, I want to express our appreciation to you with this simple token. It's the Coppin Eagle, I think, which will allow you to soar high as an eagle. Thank you, Johnny. Graduates, although today is a day to celebrate your accomplishments, I would like to take this time to honor an outstanding supporter of Coppin State University, a dedicated public servant committed to improving healthcare awareness and quality of life. He is indeed a role model to all of us, someone who we can aspire to emulate, Mr. Emerson Randy Hall, Jr. It is my pleasure to bestow the highest academic award, the honorary doctorate, to this remarkable gentleman. Joining me to confer the degree is his wife, Dr. Frida Hall. Provost Gregory, please join me at the podium.
Emerson Randy Hall, Jr., Doctor of Public Service, innovative businessman, philanthropist, community leader, humanitarian, and alumni. Your personal and professional life has been dedicated to improving the lives of others. You've made significant contributions to health care for the underserved in the areas of HIV/AIDS, depression and mental health services, diabetes, smoking, and patient access to quality care. Your commitment to social responsibility has been remarkable. You work tirelessly advocating for equal access and opportunity for all. You have volunteered and left your mark on more than 70 national societies, organizations, boards, and consumer groups to address critical health care issues for the most vulnerable populations in the most underserved communities. Your philanthropic contributions have paved the way for academic and social achievements for many students. This is evident through your scholarship for deserving students. Through the Hall Scholarship, you support graduating seniors majoring in nursing or health information management. As a result, you have significantly improved the lives and career opportunities for our students and their families. Your humanitarian efforts have impacted many. In addition, your donation to the Enhancer Fund for the School of Allied Health and contribution to the Coppin State University Foundation Board have solidified your continued commitment to Coppin. Known for your integrity, passion for addressing social problems, intelligence, and love for life, the standard of excellence by which you live is unparalleled and will inspire a generation of students for many years to come. Today, Coppin State University recognizes you so that all may know our gratitude and pride in your astute leadership, your commitment to Coppin State University, and the many ways you have so generously given to endure the lasting strength and power of our legacy to serve and provide educational access and opportunities for all students. On this 16th day of May in the year of 2015, Coppin State University confers upon you the Doctor of Public Service degree, honoris causa.
On the recommendation of Coppin State University and the Board of Regents of the University System of Maryland, I hereby confer on Emerson Randy Hall, Jr., the honorary degree of Doctor of Public Service with all the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining thereto. Dr. Randy Hall.
Whew. I was sitting over there because I was like, I heard my name, but I didn't know who they were talking about. That's a lot of stuff. First, let me give thanks and praise to my Lord, Jehovah, Jesus Christ. Who, if you don't now understand, all things good are accomplished and are capable with him. Mr. President, I'm making this short because he only gave me a couple minutes. All these great people that are behind me, all those great people that are out there, the guests, the families, and of course, my fellow 2015 graduates. It is truly a privilege and a great honor to receive this degree. Yes, it acknowledges efforts and involvement of decades of public service, but most importantly, it honors so many people who I have been privileged to work with to create change for the betterment of those who are far less fortunate in the circumstance, but no less deserving of care and opportunity. Let it be known that I believe in this institution what it stands for, and its purpose and mission. And I am absolute in my admiration for those who have sacrificed to get us here, where we are today. So yes, I am Coppin proud. Maybe like that. Good people doing many good things have led me on this journey to and with Coppin. I thank my longtime friends Debbie Bragg and Albert Robinson, Coppin State University Development Foundation member and former Coppin employee, respectively. They recruited me back to this campus for a totally different and much higher purpose than when I was a youth and frequently visited to find female future teachers and basketball competition. Those days are far over. Now, 43 years later, there are far too many persons to individually acknowledge, so I thank everyone for their support to improve our institution. The board members, the institutional advancement team especially, the cabinet members, academic leaders, faculty, they've all helped me, they've all worked with me. I've tried to help them in facilitating change and progress and meeting so many challenges. I am both spiritually rewarded and intellectually enlightened for being here with you and working with you, and even more so with you graduates in the future. Just a few shout outs. Some of my family is here. I call it my reconnaissance team, part of my posse, and several dear friends. Would they stand, please? Come on. Stand up. I'm making them stand so I can see which ones actually got here. Okay, let's see. We have, check this out. Okay, this is a little touchy. First, my dear wife. Dr. Frida, as some of y'all know, is an honorary degree Coppin alumni, but she's my rock. My love forever, always, plus infinity, plus one. For 42 years, 43 years, she has always been supportive, and she has constantly encouraged and enabled me to do most of what I've done to try to help others. So I thank you. Probably more than anyone here today, and there are some folks who will come later, I found that the elderly can't move as quick as they used to. They can't make the whole day. But I have such a village. And the one person I'm looking at right now, Mr. Harvey Lewis, you stand, Pop. For those of you who don't know, my dad's been gone a long time. Okay. I would have longed for him to see this moment, but Mr. Lewis, who I've known for over 40 years, has provided me fatherly instruction and, more importantly, an extraordinary example for what it means to be a black man in America. My dad used to tell me if a black man lived to be 55 in America, he was a saint. I firmly believe that now. I thank you, Pops. Couldn't do it without you. It's 97 this year. 97. I thank all my family and friends for all they've done, they've given me and taught me. For we must respect, 2015, hear me, we must respect and honor our elders to even have a chance of understanding who we are and how we can succeed. As a great mentor of mine, of Baltimore's finest, Dr. Leslie King Hammond, recently reminded me as we were discussing the Baltimore events and citizens, that I am blessed and born of privilege. Of course, as I often do, I want to debate her. And as she often does, she made me reflect and ignored my side. What are these circumstances that drive me to be so blessed? Well, one side of my reality is who I am, not what it says on the paper that I did. You know, I was born, raised Negro, black, and then African American in America. And also add to this identity crisis, I was also raised Native American. My father being full-blooded Nanaco Indian, and my non-government name is Gentle Gray Wolf. I was raised in a family of love, but one that also included what is now commonly referred to as domestic violence. I grew up in a so-called, quote, good middle-class Philadelphia neighborhood, but where you still experience gang violence, bullying because you looked or did not look black enough, and real safety issues whenever and wherever you traveled outside your neighborhood in the city of brotherly love. Oh, and there was ever-present Rizzo's police brutality, and of course, America's constant racism. Oh, and just by the way, childhood epilepsy, cancer, brain tumors, blood clots, sarcoidosis, and all kinds of other infirmities come along in your life. But here's the reality, folks. Listen to me, please. I sometimes forget this, and I sometimes take my blessings for granted. Please don't do that. My parents in their village prioritized and stressed education as the tool of change. My village believed and still believes Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when he preached, the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. So yes, I'm the first in my family, one of the first in my family to go to university, but I was raised old school. It was required to honor my father and mother, to seek and follow God's word, and respect tradition in your elders. I was taught to love and serve others. Too much was given, much is expected. And by the way, that was a heck of a speech there. A heck of a speech. I hope you heard him. He had me crying too. I was taught to honor and believe in equality. It was drilled into me that the quest for excellence is eternal. Nothing will be given to you without dedication and hard work. Never accept mediocrity, Coppin, and always strive to be the best you can possibly be in everything. Do the ordinary extraordinarily. Most importantly, I was privileged to be given hope, dreams, and aspirations. And there is a lesson, class of 2015. I learned that circumstances do not make the person, but it is you. You're the person that has to make the most out of your circumstance. So no matter your individual family or community or situation, I ask, no, today I demand that you continue to make decisions that change. Notice I said continue to make decisions that change and improve your circumstance. Don't be like most of the people, and don't change when you're enlightened, because the heat will come. Change will come. For you, too, are privileged and blessed in many ways, the fact that you're here. And it's up to each of you to overcome the challenges and do and be the very best that you can be. Do not take your blessings for granted. As a Native American, I find the symbolism of the Coppin eagle feather to be so appropriate for our alma mater. As Coppin is and must be the bright beacon of change for a multitude of peoples that deserve so much more progress than our society expresses that their circumstances warrant. Is Faith in the room? Faith? Where are you, dear? Stand up. Is Faith's family in the room? Where's Faith's family? Stand up, Faith's family. Stand up. This is what I encountered when I came Thursday night. I met a village of people who were supporting a young lady that we supported with our scholarship. It was such a blessing. All right? And I can't thank you enough, Faith. Our scholarship is to the student or students who demonstrate the belief and effort to help improve health in our community. So I thank you, Faith, and your family for all you do and all you're going to do. You'll make a difference for others. And class of 2015, I thank you, all of you, for what you're about to do. And you are about to do great and wondrous things. So yes, I am Coppin proud. I am very Coppin proud of each of you. More today than ever, it is truly my honor and privilege to stand with you as you conclude this rite of passage and commence your new beginning. The Coppin Eagle soars today, and you soar with it. And I am ever so blessed and proud to soar with you. God bless this institution and all it represents and all those who represent it well. Thank you, Coppin. Congratulations, class of 2015.
Thank you, Dr. Hall. At functions and occasions, I hate to make these types of announcements, but I think I have to. If you own a Toyota Corolla with Maryland tags 7BA0602, it is about to be towed. Maryland tag 7BA0602. At this time, the Voices of Coppin State University, directed by Mr. Kevin Carr, will perform Total Praise, arranged by Richard Smallwood.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please stand?
I will live.
Thank you, Mr. Carr, and the voices of Coppin State University. And now, students, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. So as the provost comes to present the candidates for the undergraduate degrees, let me introduce, by asking them to stand, the four people that you constantly complain about, you constantly complain to, but they have guided you through this process, and I know you want to tell them thanks. Will the four deans please rise? The four deans of the colleges, could you please stand and be recognized? Thank you very much. Provost Gregory, to present the undergraduates.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please stand? Dr. Newfield, the following candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for the bachelor's degree as set forth by the deans and faculty of the College of Health Profession, College of Arts and Sciences and Education, College of Business, and College of Behavioral and Social Sciences. I am pleased to present them to you for conferring of their degrees.
With the recommendation of the deans and faculty of the College of Health Professions, College of Arts and Sciences and Education, College of Business, and the College of Behavioral and Social Sciences, and the Provost, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Maryland, I hereby confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree as appropriate with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates. Please proceed to the stage.
Bernardo Adams. Kinderly Arthurs. Kendrea Brown. Amanda Brooks. Evita Shi. Kwaje Barnes. Cody Creek. Crystal Nicole DeBerry. Kalita Floyd. Robert Grant. Sherilyn Fox. Kia Dyer. Brian France. Brandy Blevins. Cristo Cassiano. Joan Boudou Saylor. Audrey Roxanne Aziz. Aisha Lamuid. Michelle Ademiluyi. Jasmine Gore. Shawnee Green. Loretta Hudson. Deshiria Gaines. Tamika Johnson. Arena Morgan Diggs. Genevieve Ifeyeye Chukwu. Kiera McKnight. Tatiana Robinson. Mercedes Singleton. Candace Moore. Tierra Mason. Danielle Kess. Bria Shanice Lynch. Dorian Isaac. Jody K. Hutchinson. Jasmine Hemphill. Akila Hawkins. Ishmael Jallo. Grace Udeze. Nasir Talo. Joshua Ibignosun. Shannon Wellington. Angela Owusu. Tatiana Lanier. Shani Agar. Vitar Berhe. Sharita Gibson. Gina Morney. Mariam Conte. Ruth Ogbans. Faith Idak Woji. Nkechi Okeke. Angela Okali. Rashmi Ranapat. Nasir Hajilori. Abubakar Sila. Nadine Kakadu. Opayemi Odumeyu. Shanae Scott. Amber Whitson. Brittany Williams. Kenyante Turner. Markia Burnett. Nichelle Tyson. Rashonda Forrest. De'Arare Day. Franklin Blankson. Patrice Williams. Blair Montague. Gregory Terry. Akia Saleh. Irene Fonto. Ida Concho. Danielle Houghton. Tarikia Jackson. Kira Moore. Morgan Ashley Phillips. Navan Scott. Rachel Carter. Ibar Khalik. Tonia Rogers. Jade West. Jeanette North Cabore. Sarah Sese. Talia Ele.
Tanya P. Thomas. Shayna Gail A. Reed. Ashley P. O'Neill. Akira Mickens. Nicole R. Madison. Leah V. Hall. Sunil Yadav. Mary E. Shepherd. Samantha Denlinger. Akia Saunders. Brittany Carpenter. Philip M. Bradshaw. Curtis B. Williams. Keira N. Davis. Ashish Kamir. Tracy Harvey. Bianca M. Bellamy. Olumido Ogonmuku. Triska M. Olangas. Monique L. Gibbs. Nomazwe Nube. Cynthia Wilfred Chukus Chasche. Sanju Yadav. Kavi Patterson. Lyndon Flood. Tracy C. Carr. Patrice R. Perez. Tanya M. Jennings. James P. Johnson. Crystal T. Oliver. Gabrielle M. Otero. Jamila I. Rowe. Angelisa Tony. Brittany Joy Skinner. Lamin Tunkara. Minu Chantel. Beth Fase Mukodi. Recia Bonfield. Maurice Benton. Donald Doyle. Swiade Abdul Beret. Lauren M. Walker. Sherelle M. White. Paulette L. Covington Lesane. Tony L. Shepard. Shirley A. Waddy. Jawan Clark. Kiera D. King. Denise R. Ward. Beryl H. White. Elizabeth N. Kilunja. Reginald U. Amadi. Kiara T. Mitchell. Jenna L. Isaac. Chelsea Polite. Christina L. Saxon. Lurosa Sheva Bates. Chandala E. Nicholson Maddox. Allison N. Davis. Laura E. Boyd. Michelle A. Haskins. Linda Wright. Aleem A. Nelson. Mark H. Kareem. Ipsita Ghosh. Brittany M. Laws. Alicia Bradley. Chanel R. Downing. Ebony D. Evans. Toyin Atoki. Garth Nelson. Gary K. McIntyre. Tara Ogazzo. Charisse F. Singleton. Nadine Page. Imhotep M. Simba O. Simba. Tashana C. Fennell. Constance C. Wallace. Katia Jawara. Aquila K. McKeever. Kendra R. Woods. Sandra D. Ray. Ariel M. Cole. Ashley R. Miller. Asia L. Holiday. Garrett T. Young, Lucky R. Purified Joshua, Nicole S. Wilson, Tavon Vinson, Robert R. Royster III, Rosalind A. Richardson, Tyronda L. Franklin, Jacqueline C. Davis, Ronald Wright,
Corey S. McMilton, Travis V. Smith Armwood, Jamel C. Ferguson, Crystal L. Jackson, Lupu W. Boloma, Kelly D. Gray, Raynell R. Williams, Sierra M. Henson, Jahan S. Lewis, Akisha L. Johnson, Neka A. Nabubu, Ashley N. Amafula, Nicholas R. Wilkerson, Jewel R. Fowler, Donetta S. Pugh, Alvin L. Gaskew, Shanti L. Thomas, Kyrese Stewart, Daisha S. Sims, Yolanda J. Murray, Musa A. Badamusi, Babatundi K. Agbula, Nanetta Y. James Tunsil, Geraldine J. Scott, Raymond A. Akansili, Brian J. Hance, Melissa L. Cadell, Rohan R. Stewart, Brian L. Reeves, Pamela D. Hill. Alethea W. Smith. Nina L. Ford. Jem J. Wilson. Toya N. Baclini. What is it? Malkia Tay Pimpkin. Tiffany Henson. Stacy R. Cooper. Coran D. White. Chanel A. Johnson. Louis M. Burrell. Tidedra L. Wilson. Tanya S. Harris. Damika S. Thornton. Tia D. Montgomery. Marcetta Parker. William A. Lassate Luke, Jr. Jasmine R. Gaines. Nakia L. Russell. Mark A. Bernard. Dolores M. Bell. Andre D. Munzon. Jasmine N. Robinson. Angela M. Patterson. Salah Mahwit Burhan. Shannon D. Lewis. Allison N. Streeter. Danielle R. Ross. Okay. Candace Renee Thomas. Monet Johnson. Maya A. Harris. Shomani Bowen. Ufoma O. Argarin. Shamia V. Parker. Connie R. Alexander Hazel. Latanya T. Lard. Bria J. Wilson. Roshana K. Hall. Bianca J. Joseph. Natanya S. Adams. Russia A. Singleton. Stephanie R. Reed. Shashanique B. Longmore. Tyra Ishway. Ramata Sila. Oh. They need to tell me. You're going to tell me when to say something? No, it's just. Howard C. Cox. Nandi and Francis. Angela Jackson. Sonia Renee Gaynor. Shakia Janae Anderson. Keontae D. Johnson. Monet B. Ford. Gabby S. Ziller. Robert E. Abrams. Christopher A. Chesley. Roslyn M. Williams. Victoria E. Boswell. Priscilla Taylor. Angelisa J. Johnson. Michael M. Woodhouse. Brianna A. Miles. Chloe N. Miller. Kira I. Morgan. Candace M. Robinson. Chapman. Shakira T. Gallions. Kristen R. Doughton. Melanie S. Drake. Janae D. Scott. Kimberly D. McCray. Milola S. Lola Charles. Tracy Yolanda Green. Aaron Davis. Janae S. Corbin. Nimrod M. Davis IV. Dartanae D. Burrell. Lauren M. Green. Camila V. Lane. Brittany Sherelle Faison. Krista R. Filson. Altricia C. Bleak. Natrice S. Nilsmith. Crystal R. Hicks. Tanae M. Turner. Brittany Emily Atkerson. Leslie Michelle Beal. Tiara D. Johnson. Jose L. Baez. Chester A. Sanders. Danielle J. Morgan. Jasmine Ashley Bacon. Tiana D. Speaks. Terry L. Williams. Trey D. Hare. Omalola A. Bolaji Adio. Christopher L. Mangrum. Hoyt Mays. Candace Everett Davila Dorsey. Kelly Aileen L. Nixon. Chantrice D. Sloan. Roxanne Simon. Jeffrey B. Flitch. Nathan M. Pitts.